I'm pleased to have the opportunity to speak to Matt Donovan this morning. Matt is the Vice President of Digital Learning Strategies and Solutions at GP Strategies. And today we're just going to focus on performance support. Matt, it's such a buzz term. Performance support, performance support. What is it? Why is it different? And why should we care?
Well, I think performance support has always been important, and it's always been around. And even going back to Gloria Geary back in the days of EPSS, electronic performance support, it's always been an important part of enabling performers to perform at the moment. But I think performance support is taking a very different role in the digital landscape. And now we're looking at a way that's so much more robust than like providing job aids or simple instructional videos. Now we're creating ecosystems where through a performance support system, the learners themselves can be part of an integrated system of supporting each other as they go through. So performance support itself is important, and it's evolving, and we need to better understand how to integrate it into our platform choices, how to work it into our design of our experiences.
So basically, to put it crudely, performance support is the electronic version of sitting next to Nelly, where someone is whispering in your ear and saying, do that, when you've got a question. It's also about learning at the moment of need. Yeah. Not doing something and then 3 months later you go, well, what was that I had to do? It's at the moment of need, there is something there, and that is delivered digitally for you. Yeah. And it wraps around the workflow. It's in the workflow, it's not separate. You don't have to do something different, it emerges out of the workflow. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I don't have to leave, as a learner or a performer, I don't have to leave my work to go get what I need. It's there for me, just right, just for me, just when I need it.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I think what's exciting is a lot of the digital tools that we're seeing that are supporting a digital experience in the learning space are really starting to enable that more than it ever has in the past.
Have you got any examples? So what tools? And give me an example of an organization or an industry which is making real performance leaps as a result of this.
So I think there's a couple of examples that I think really are coming to the forefront. I think the retail space is actually one that they're doing a lot of innovations around this, and that's because
you mean online retail like Amazon or
online
Walmart.
Retail, or when we're not talking about very close to the customer experience. And the reason I'm saying that is as customers are making buying decisions, they need information to be informed with that.
Yes.
So there's a natural, I think, overlap in the retail space for the learners, that they have a similar experience to the customers. And so I've seen some really robust spaces that, just like you would put information around for customers to make decisions in online, or online as I go into a space to have a conversation with a salesperson, or being able to pull it up on a device right there at that moment. Actually, they're creating very similar types of environments for their learners at the same space. They're not as structured for like regulated industries and some of those components that can actually be more dynamic, but it's really around mapping to that customer experience, that high impact customer experience, translating that to the learning experience.
So just as if I'm a customer, an online customer, I get information that I need at the moment of need, in a sense. I also get extra information that I might not have known that I've needed, but will help me make a buying decision. We just flip that, and that becomes learning. So that you, when you're stuck or when you need additional information, it's right there for you at the moment when you need it. That's essentially what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's got to be a really important area, an important dimension of learning.
Yeah, it has to be, and that because it is dovetailing within the workplace, because as we become consumers ourselves, we're starting to have those experiences, and we come into the workplace, and I expect it to have it.
Yes, we expect it.
And what was interesting, I have conversations with L&D professionals, and they said, when do we start getting so bad? I said, it's not that you've gotten worse from what you did before, it's that the world's changing and the expectations are changing around you, and that gap is much more noticeable than it's been in the past. It's not that you got less proficient at delivering the way you were, it's that the world has changed and you need to be able to change with it to deliver more performance support and a more digital expression surrounding you at the moment of need.
Yes. Matt Donovan, thank you very much.